Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back to your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost. So let's just dive in and let's start off with what I'm mainly going to be addressing in this video. So I've made price predictions on Casper in the past. Today we're going to be talking about the bare minimum, the mid tier, and like the maximum that I believe Casper can go to. Now, full transparency, none of the information in this video is financial advice. And also price predictions. I want you all to understand that price predictions do not matter. Have your exit plan, exit when you want, take your profits, that's it. Do not hold out for one specific target because it does not matter if it gets to that point or not. You should have already have de-risked yourself. You should have already have taken profits before those higher targets do meet. But today we are going to be talking about a few things on what we can gauge on where Casper can go, dominance-wise. So market dominance is a significant factor to look at around this market that I think a lot of people ignore. Mainly people look at Bitcoin dominance and that's pretty much it. But as we look at most of these altcoins in this market, we know that they hold a significant percentage over the market. This does change drastically on market cycle runs. I've talked about this many times with some altcoins, like XRP at some point in time did have 30% market dominance. It doesn't mean that it will see that again. I'm just saying like we've seen that at one point in time. Market dominance, for those out there that don't know what this means, this is just the percentage that an asset has in market cap compared to the total market cap of crypto. Meaning Bitcoin has 42% of the crypto market cap in its market cap, aka its price. So when we take a look at this, you got to understand the chart on one, money flow. Money usually flows into Bitcoin, then from Bitcoin into Ethereum, then from Ethereum into large caps, and then altcoins themselves. So we'll see all altcoins kind of moving during the cycle runs. This is usually how money flows within this market. Sometimes it's different, but most of the time this is how it works. And also dominance. You got to understand how dominance works around Bitcoin. And here you guys have the cheat sheet around Bitcoin dominance and how everything does move in terms of like altcoins, Bitcoin, and also Bitcoin dominance. So, like I said, dominance is a big factor to look at. Now, as we look at Bitcoin and we look at the dominance of it, we can actually see the money flow from Bitcoin into Ethereum, meaning dominance. So dominance is where we see most of the money in one asset. For the longest time back in 2014 and 2015, most of the money was in Bitcoin. Bitcoin held over 90+% dominance in this market. Then Ethereum kind of came out and we started to see money flowing into Ethereum during this time. And all of a sudden by 2017, 2018, we seen money moving drastically around this market. And during this time, we started to see altcoins themselves and multiple other assets kind of jumping out. Now, here is 2020 into 2021. So here is the 2020 timeframe, and we see when Bitcoin dominance topped out during December of 2020 on this run up back here. This is where Bitcoin was still sort of pumping out to all the way to 40K. Now, we do see Bitcoin continuing to jump out all the way to like $65,000. Now, this entire time frame from when it topped, so let's zoom out a little bit. This entire time frame from when Bitcoin topped to about, it was like the end of April, I would argue, like even the beginning of May. So it was about 126 days of alts just going crazy. I remember during this time, Graph was doing good, Matic was doing good, Dogecoin, at HBAR, all of those tokens, they were pretty much doing major runs. Now, we did see Bitcoin sell off during the summer, and then even during this run up all the way to like November of 2021, altcoins were doing some nice runs. And now we're just watching Bitcoin kind of range here as Bitcoin dominance is waiting to do the next major thing, aka move up to like 50+% or drop down to like 39%. But as we look at this, this is a good factor to look at because it does change the way on how most of these altcoins do move. Now, if we're talking about the next major bull run, if we're talking about the next major cycle, a lot of people have had their predictions on where the total crypto market cap could go. In this video, and for the sake of this video, I am under predicting where I believe that the market cap of crypto can go. I've talked about how we can go to $10 trillion plus in market cap, and so forth. But for the sake of this video and for the sake of being conservative, I'm undershooting. I'm actually looking at $5 trillion as being the focus point for this. The reason why is because here you have ADA. ADA, in terms of its dominance, topped out back in August of 2021. Here's August of 2021 right here. So it was a little bit of a significant dropping point from its actual topping point in terms of like the total market cap. So again, we're going off of the $5 trillion area. We're also undershooting because the market cap of crypto pretty much did a 3x from the topping point of 2017, 2018 to our topping point recently back in November. So for the sake, I'm doing just 100%. So just a 2x. And this is what we are going off of. Now, dominance-wise, I have two altcoins that I'm going to focus on for the sake of this video. ADA. ADA hit about a 5% market dominance because again, its supply is a lot higher, so this is where it did pretty much hit. And we also have Uniswap and Theta over here. Theta pretty much went to like 90%. ADA topped out at about like 1.5%. I'm going off the mead here, so it's about 0.94%. And for this, we have three percentage calculators open. So the first one is 3% of 5 trillion. We also have 0.75%. Then we also have 1%. Now, you could look at this however you want. You could also do, for an example, we'll go off of 0.5%, so not even 1%. This would be about a $25 billion market cap. There's $25 billion on Casper, a $2.32 Casper. So again, it's however you want to gauge this. The first percentage is 3% of the $5 trillion. At 3% of the $5 trillion market cap range, this would be extremely life-changing for everyone out there that is holding Casper, in my opinion, because guess what? At that point, this is a 357x opportunity. This is about a $14 Casper. Do I think that's going to $14? It's questionable, right? It all depends on how much money flows into Casper. The thing that I like about Casper is that its total supply of 11.5 billion allows it to run pretty easily compared to what we've seen with some of the other altcoins. The reason why I say this is like ADA, for ADA to actually hit its topping point price, I think it was like nearly $3, it had to have a market cap that had a dominance over almost 5% of the market. That's a significant amount of money flowing into ADA. And by the way, even if we had, like, if Casper had 5% of the $3 trillion, so just to give you guys a quick insight, so 4.48, which was the market cap of ADA. Now, remember, ADA did top out during a time where the market cap actually wasn't $3 trillion. It was on this candle here, it was about 2.18. So we'll say 2.18 trillion. This was the market cap of it. This is also what the market cap of Casper would be if we did repeat that same exact run. This would be about a $9.06 Casper, still an upside of 232x. Remember, like when we look at ADA compared to Casper, Casper is a little bit still early on in its stages, so it means that Casper might not do the same exact run like this. In fact, when we look at Casper and when we look at where we can go, I have lower ones here. I have 0.5, I have 0.75, and I even have 1%. At 0.75, going off the 5 trillion, this would be the market cap, this would be the price, and this would be the upside. An 88x, a $3 and nearly 50-cent Casper. Do I think that this is accurate? Do I think that this is the most possible outreach on Casper, like the highest one? Yeah, I think that this is like the most accurate, really large topping point of Casper. Some other minimum ones, like some of the lower ones or like even higher ones, like 1%, for an example, would take us to about $4.64. I could see this still happening. you gotta remember, like, some of the other altcoins within the space have hit much higher price prediction targets. Like, even right now, if we actually go off of just like BNB, this would basically be where this would be at in market cap. Like, this is about 48.3 billion. But I think Casper can get there if we have enough going on the network. Right now, the network is still pretty early on. There's not a lot of live use cases. There's not a ton of partnerships that are creating demand or anything like that. So for the sake of that, and for that being the main focus point of what I'm trying to get through, is I have these other targets, meaning this $25 billion market cap, $2.32. I think that this is a solid area. I think that this is a solid price for Casper. This is still a 59x opportunity run, turning $1,000 into $59,000. I still think that that is incredible. And again, like, this is the most accurate way that I look at predicting, some of these price predictions, because I could easily pull up a chart and then say, okay, well, let's say just like Bitcoin, right? So here is where Bitcoin topped. Here's where Bitcoin, in my opinion, bottomed. Okay, well, that means that Bitcoin's going to $175,000. It's questionable, right? Could it go up to the 1618? Yeah, sure, it could. But, we also have these other lower numbers here that we could possibly see a topping point for Bitcoin, aka this $100,000 area at the 1272. So it's hard to gauge on exactly where an asset is going to target. That's also why we take our profits. That's also why, when we hit significant areas that we would think would be the topping point, we take profits. For Casper, I think that we should have bare minimum targets. I think that right now the all-time high, like, we should be stacking Casper as if Casper was only going to, 24 cents, which is the November high. So, if we think about that at 24 cents, at 24 cents, its market cap would be about a $2.6 billion market cap, an upside of like 5x, which, hey, that's still not bad for a 5x opportunity run. But I'm just saying, in general, this is what we should be stacking Casper for. Now, anything up above that is great, but this is like the bare minimum target. After that, we look at like 50 cents, which would be about a 12x, 5.4 billion. Okay, take our profits there. 75 cents, again, 8.1 billion. Take our profits there. $1, take our profits there. $1, and again, you just kind of repeat. 25 cents, $1.50. Sorry, $1.50, $2, etc. So it's however you want to gauge your exit plan. Again, I already had my exit plan on Casper planned for a while. But in my opinion, like, my main target points for Casper, like the highest that I could see Casper going to during this next run up, considering the fact on like what we have going on Casper, what's happening around Casper, I would argue like $3.48, $3.50, somewhere within that range. It would be very close to what ADA did in terms of its like price target, not market cap, not dominance, but 37.5 billion. Going back to the historical snapshots, I always like to look at this. So if you go back to 2021, and you go back to, we'll just say like January, you could see the money flows during this. So remember, at that price prediction, it would be about a $37.5 billion market cap. Most of the top altcoins did not have this market cap until we start to see altcoins running hard. So initially, we start to see money flowing into some assets. Most of them did not hit $30 billion in market cap until we start to see BNB doing it. So BNB was the first one to hit 45.4 billion. Polkadot hit $36.2 billion. And then like we also seen ADA hitting about 34.2 billion at $1.10. XRP had about 24.9 billion, and this is just like money flowing. So money was starting to flow, money was starting to trickle in. We've seen ADA there hit $40 billion. We continue to still see money flowing. You could see that 30 billion was not an easy target for any of these altcoins to actually hit. We start to just see money flowing, and that's when we start to see some of these altcoins, like even DOT, like Polkadot, hit 41.3 billion. Here's XRP hitting $60+ billion. And then we've seen Dogecoin hit $30-some billion. It all depends on how much money is going to flow into Casper. Honestly, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you all out there, if we're looking at Casper and we're looking at like what potential target it could have with market cap, I would say start with like $10 billion for the major topping point for it, because 37.5 billion is not going to be an easy target point for it to hit in market cap. So 10 billion would be the major start, which is like right under $1. I could definitely see it going to $1 plus. I could see it going to possibly $2 plus, but it's going to be hard for these assets to hit that market cap range when, you know, you could see the money flowing. It wasn't easy. And like some of these altcoins already topped out during like the August 2021 timeframe, and this is August 2021. And then here you have September. Like it was hard for some of these altcoins to hit these market caps. Even the top 10, like the top 10 did not have 30 billion across the board ever. It was just money flowing. It was money trickling. So as we look at that and as we focus on that, I don't believe that even like here's 30 billion. This is where all top 10 had 30 billion. This was on October 10th. After that, and after like the next couple weeks, we started to see money flowing outside of the top 10, but all of them still remained in the $30 billion range. And then after November 21st, 2021, the week of, we started to see that all fall. We started to see it all collapse, and then after that, you know, we kind of went to where we are. So you betting on Casper going to a $30 billion market cap would mean that you want it to be in the top 10. It's going to hold in the top 10 for a little bit of time. I just don't see that just yet. And the reason why I say that is just because there's not enough activity going on yet. But that all can change this year, and we could see a $30+ billion market cap for it. I would mainly look at anywhere between the bare minimum target, so we'll say $1 to $2. The $1 to $2 range is great. That's my bare minimum price prediction on Casper at $1 to $2. After that, yes, the moonshot would be $3 to $4. $3 to $4 is great, long term. So if Casper holds up to their mission statement, their vision, long term, yeah, we could see double-digit figures for Casper. But that's long term. Short term, if we're talking about like the next major cycle run, bare minimum targets: $1, $2, $3 to $4. These would be your major 4 exit plans if you wanted to. Anywhere between these targets is fine, but I would stack Casper as if your bare minimum target was going to be hit. So if your target is like the all-time high, which is like, and by the way, I'm going off the all-time high. When I say all-time high, I'm just meaning like the high from November. I'm going off of like 25 cents. So stack Caspers if it's only going to 25 cents, which, hey, I believe that it goes well beyond that. And then after that, like look at like 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, $2, etc. It's all on how you want to gauge it. Do I think that Casper is going to surprise a lot of people and go much higher than like $1 plus? Sure. I think that if we repeat runs like ADA, or if it's like Dogecoin, if we have enough hype behind it and stuff like that, then yeah, I could see it surprising a lot of people and going much higher than what most people anticipate. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, because definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. So it's up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this. Before this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.